Hey everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I went through my new molds that I recently got. I think I got this one on Temu. I'm pretty sure they all came, well, the next few may have come from there. So I pretty much caught up on my orders for now. So I'm going to create something that I want to try out. And this is like a ripple effect. This thing holds 20 ounces of resin, so I do not want to screw this up. My idea for it is chameleon powders, but chameleon powders only in shades of blue. So I have pulled out every blue that I have, and then this one, which is the holographic glitter in silver for the rim. So I don't know, I think it should be good. I didn't get any normal mica powders because normal mica powders are just gonna dull with the black backing. I do not want to waste 20 ounces of resin. So I'm going to basically randomly choose these in order. I'm going to paint them on, clean up after every single one, so it's as perfect as I can get it. First, I'm going to go around the rim with the silver one and then clean up. So I'll keep you on for a little bit, but it is definitely going to be a little boring after a while. So I'm just going to kind of do them in an order where when I run out of them, I'm going to start all over, that kind of a pattern order. And then I'll do this rim first and clean up, because this is going to be like a lot of cleanup, a lot of time. But I think in the end, it's going to be really pretty. And that's what I'm going for. And I went through the handles that I already have. And I was thinking maybe putting a handle on each side when I'm done. But all the ones that I have are a little bit too big. They were really for the larger platters. So I may, if I'm around the store before the end of this video, I may pop in and see if there's something that will go with this. I'll probably wait till after I unmold it, just because I don't want to guess how they're going to look and then come home with handles that I'm not going to use. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. This should be a pretty quick and simple video, being that a lot of it will be fast forward because I don't want to bore you all to death. And I think that's it for now. So I will put you on a fast forward. Not quite as fast as I usually do. I might slow it down a little bit so you can kind of see what's going on. But this is going to take probably an hour to do, and I know you don't want to sit here an hour with me chit-chatting. So let me start you now. So I just wanted to come back on real quick and tell you, if you're going to do this way, I don't know that I would do it with the rim first, because that glitter got all over this thing and on every little nook and cranny, on every little edge. So I think if I was to start over, which I'm not, because I finally got it clean after 20 minutes, I would do this edge last, because it wouldn't matter if the glitter got on back of the other stuff. So the other stuff would already be on here. You would only have to wipe out the rim, which would be way easier than trying to clean this entire mold and every nook and cranny. I probably wouldn't clean it this good if it was a blue color, but because it's silver, I don't want it like in your face, like sloppy, like I missed the spot. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's gonna work like that or not. So I am trying to get every little piece of this silver holographic off of here. Because, you know, it's 20 ounces of resin. Who has 20 ounces of resin to waste? I don't. And I know you guys don't. So that's why I wanted to come back, and before I forget to tell you later, because it's probably going to be a good hour of cleaning this or painting it. So that was my little tip. I'm just gonna make sure this is dry. I think I got it all now. I did not spray this one with mold release because there's no way this stuff would have stuck to it. It's kind of greasy, that mold release, and I didn't want that on my silicone before I put the micas on. Okay, I think I've got it now. Let's see what happens. Now I do have a switching sponge, and you can get these at Dollar Tree. If not, I will link them below if you don't have Dollar Trees where you're from. So you just tap your brush in there, it'll get the powder off. And then we're gonna just start with one color. I'm gonna just kind of keep track of where the colors go. I'm gonna try my hardest to keep it as clean as possible. And like, it doesn't matter if the blue gets onto the edge because the edge is already covered. But it will matter if I get blue onto the next line where I don't want it. So that's what I'm going to try not to do. But at least it will be a lot easier to clean than that very first, the first rim. So learn from my mistakes. Don't do what I do. I'm giving you good advice right now. I know a lot of you probably have this mold. I think it's pretty popular. And that actually went on pretty nicely. I barely have anything to clean. I'm just going to use this little Q-tip just to get along the edge where it got. So yeah, I should have waited till the end because this stuff is not as bad as the glitter is. So that's that. That was one. That's easy. I'm gonna put them in some sort of order over here so I know what I did first. Use your switching sponge if your colors are very different from each other. If they're not, you don't really have to. This one's a really intense blue. So I'm just gonna kind of go along with these lines and see what it looks like. I know that like the most popular colors in homes right now is blue. So I wanted you all to see what it would look like if you guys have blue in your house. Blue and silver, I think it's gonna be stunning. I hope it's stunning. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my hole here. Be back in a minute. Okay, so let me edit what I just said. It is not the mica powders that is so messy. It is the holographic glitter. I thought I was going to be smart and incorporate this silver holographics into the tray as well and not just the rim and do like every third one. And that's where the mess came from. So these mica powders are not making a mess. It's really simple. And the cleanup is really easy. It's the holographic glitters. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know before I get too far and forget. Here I am cleaning again. All right, back to fast forward. Okay, I have another tip for you that I'm learning as I go. Don't clean the rest of this. only clean the very next one, or you're going to be cleaning the rest of it after every single one. So what's the point? So after one line, I'm just cleaning the very next line. Quick, done, ready for the next one. So that's much easier. Once I have this all finished, I'm going to tap it out over the garbage, try to get all of the loose stuff off, and so it's not floating to the back. So, okay, I'm going to continue. All right, I'm ready to pour. I have mixed up the very last 20 ounces. I literally poured this out and I had 10 ounces of each, so it was perfect. So this is my black epoxy, already pre-mixed black. Now before I pour it, somebody asked the other day, about a week ago, by the time you're seeing this, how I clean my paddles. This is just a baby wipe. Now, most of the time, I'm gonna be honest with you, if I don't mix a color, I don't do this. If I mix clear, I literally set this in the stand and I let it drip until it's dry, and then I peel all the dried resin right off the plastic. I do not sit here and clean the paddles every time I use them. So I will use them a couple of times and then I will peel. I'll get like my little snippers that I use. These little things are actually sitting right here. So I'll just snap this little drip off, and you can really just peel off the dried resin right off of this plastic. But anytime I do like a color like this black stuff, then I do wipe it off because I don't want it getting into the next clear batch, you know what I mean? So I just keep wiping it till it's clean, which it's pretty clean now. So that's how I clean the paddle bits. Now, I hear they do sell them separate if you need more, but I've had these for a long time. I use them multiple times every day, and I've never had to replace mine. If you like this thing, I love this thing because it doesn't make bubbles in your resin. So your resin is virtually very, very bubbleless by using it properly. And I've done videos on that in the past. So if you are interested and you don't have one of those, make sure you use the coupon code in my description box if you want one. They're really not that expensive and they are so well worth the money. But that's how you clean them. Somebody asked, I just wanted to touch base on that one before I forgot. And I'm not going to put this through the vacuum chamber because I really don't think you're going to see bubbles in the black. I'm just going to pour it slowly because I don't want any bubbles forming in that edge. So I'm just going to pour it and let it cure. I'm not even going to rush this one because I do not want any mishaps by using my heat mat on 20 ounces of resin. I actually was contemplating the whole time I was painting this of backing it in white instead of black this time because I really wanted those colors to stay the way they were. So I'm thinking when I pull this out with the black on the back, some of those blues are going to have purple. Some of them are going to have green. So I think my whole blue and silver tray idea just got blown out of the water, but it'll still be pretty. It's okay. I'm really excited to see this. I'm going to dome this pretty good without overfilling so it doesn't overflow, but so I don't have to trim much. This is like a test. I literally had my new countertops installed today in my room, and I was like adamant with the guys. I'm like, you have to have this level, like right here and right over here. I'm not accepting anything less than level. So this is the test. This is the first pour on the new countertops, and I am going to check its level. I think they did a good job. I think. Now I poured all 20 ounces in there, so that is awesome. There might be enough left for like a couple pendants. I'm not gonna push my luck, so I'm just gonna spray it, pop any bubbles on the back, and then I will demold and decide, oh look, I over poured. Decide if I'm going to get any handles. All right, see you tomorrow. It's been like 18 hours. It's completely cured. I'm so excited to see this one. I had the heat mat on. Well, I woke up this morning and it was a little bendy, so I turned the heat mat on for about an hour and a half while I was at work, so it would be nice and solid when I got home. So I'm so excited to see this. I expect those colors to be different than blue. That's my warning. And if I do it again, if you did something like this and you wanted the color you painted on, make sure you back it in white. That's my little tip. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, check that out. Oh, that is so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love this. It's not much different. I do see purples, but I'm good with that. It's like purpley blue. The silver's pretty. They're holographic. I was worried about the black behind the holographic because I didn't know how that would react, and it reacted just fine. So you still get the silver out of the black. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty. I don't see any bubbles. Oh wow. Okay, so well, there's a little bit of holographic glitter on that edge I didn't clean off, but it's barely noticeable. Oh, it is so pretty, you guys. It is so gorgeous. Okay, I am going to see if I can find, do I put handles on? That's the question. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna cut you off for now and think about it, and I'll be right back. Well, as you can see, I ran to Hobby Lobby and I picked out these gorgeous handles. Aren't they beautiful? I think they go perfectly with this tray with the silver and the crystal. I absolutely love this thing. Too bad they're not my colors. So if you want this demo, it's linked in my description box. It is so beautiful though. So Don drilled the holes, put these handles in. I put E6000 glue underneath and inside the screw hole. So when we screwed the screw in, the E6000 will hold on to that. And then I put some UV resin on the bottom of each one and cured that. And then I added little bumper pads so it doesn't have to sit on your countertop. Oh, and then I took my little nail file and I went around this sharp edge and got rid of that so I didn't have to scrape it. So what do you guys think?
I think it's marvelous, darling. Surprise! Just simply marvelous.
He had a little part in this, so. All right, I'm gonna get you some final pictures. Stick around for them. You guys have a blessed day. See you tomorrow. Bye.